Good morning everybody and welcome back. Today's episode we are going to bring a comparison with the Hades versus some of the other pellets that I own. So here I have Magnum, Baracuda Hunters, the Nielsen slugs. These are the 23 grains, and why not, let's test the Crossman Premier Hollow Point. Well, when I was deciding how to shoot this episode, I wasn't sure if this would be another series on the Nova Liberty or it would be just a pellet test, because I just received these Hades and they are really popular around the community. I just want to see what I can do with them, but suddenly I realized the performance of this pellet, it depends on what rifle are you using. So the test we are doing today is only applicable for the Nova Liberty. Let's say if we repeat the same test with a different rifle, an impact, maybe we will get different results. So first of all, how are we going to do this test? What are we going to be testing? So we are going to test for damage. So here we're going to shoot the pellet versus a clay, and we will see the first deformation of the pellet, and second what the damage, so what the cavity looks like in the clay. The second parameter that we're going to test is for accuracy. So we don't want to have a pellet that shoot bad. So we want to see how it groups. I will test at 40 yards. It's the max distance I can do. I'm not testing 20, 15 yards, 40 yards. And the third parameter I will do is a shot stream, but really short. At the end we were gonna reach to the conclusion of, so which one is best. Oh, also we're gonna check for price, because why not? It's a good thing. Who knows if my rifle does better with the Crossman Premier Hollow Point. Alright, let's start. Okay, let's do like Magnum. Right, let's see what we got here. So this one didn't went through. But it almost got through. See if I can find the pellet. Something funny is that the pellet is here, but I see damage going past the pellet. So pellet was here, and look at how far the cavity was. So let's save this. Alright, this was the Magnum. Look at the pellet. Alright, let's now do Baracuda Hunter. So let's see with this. Wow, look at this, similar to what the other did, but I think it's a bigger. So the pellet only penetration was really short. It came, but oh my god, the deformation is tremendous. So the pellet only went maybe 1.5 inches, but it created huge cavity. You see the penetration. So the pellet stopped here, but I see huge cavity here. Okay, let's test the Crossman Premier hollow point. Let's see what happens here. Very interesting. So the Crossman Premier hollow point, this is what they did. Small entrance. This pellet so it really mushroom well. You know what, I think on the previous pellet that I did, the Baracuda Hunter, I think the penetration was similar to this, but I probably didn't reset the clay properly, and what we saw was the result of the Magnum, or probably even previous. So I don't know if I should retest those two. So probably I will retest those two, because I think this is actually the first one that we see the result, the right results. Let's test the Hades now. Let's see what happened here. Alright. This is what we have with the Hades. I think it's shallow, but penetrate a little bit more. And oh my god, the pellet even it broke. So I only have the skirt. The head disappeared. It fragmented. Okay, and last, let's see the Nielsen slugs, 23 grain. So look at that entrance. It's similar to when I did the other test, the slugs with the Taipan. I did a small entry like this, but I remember inside was huge. Let's see. So this time, no pellet went through, but it's a 22 caliber. I think the power is also nice. So this is what the Nielsen slug did. Don't look at this bag. It was so it penetrated even more. And this is the slug. I will show you in pictures later. But I think he did great. So this time, I don't know if it's the clay is not hot as the last time. We didn't see a huge cavity as before. And I think the slug is the one that penetrates the most. It's like 2 inches. Alright, that's all for the clay test. Let's go and see chronic test. These are Baracuda Hunter. High power. 889. I think the first one is a regulator creep that I have. 873. Alright, let's try the Chrome Magnum. 881. 873. 876. Alright, the Hades. 943, 958, 949. Alright, let's try the Crossman Premier hollow point. 994, 975, 1000. Alright, let's try now the Nielsen slugs. 755, 751. Sorry for the background noise, I have people with music. 758. So one thing I would like to do is do one shot of the Hades in low power. I have people sometimes asking like what the Liberty can do with low power. Let's do a couple of shots in low power. 747 Hades, low power. 751. Do another one. 738. Magnum. Yeah, that was the Magnum. Baracuda Hunter. Wow. Impressive. That's impressive. These are the Hades. Nielsen slugs. Let's talk about those groups that we just did. I'm really impressed with the result of the Baracuda Hunters. I think it was the best groups. I was impressed. I was not expecting that. All the other pellets of the Crossman Premier Hollow Point did also good. The group really nice. So given that those pellets are really cheap, I think it's a great option to buy. Also the Nielsen did something weird. They did a good group, 3 pellet group really well, then 2 fall a little bit, and it's not because the gun was falling out of pressure or creeping or something, because I just put air on that gun before that group. The Hades, the group was not bad, but I was not impressed. The pellet had a really great quality. When I look at the Hades, it even looks like these pellets are lube. So they have something on it. The quality of the pellet, amazing. But I probably need to tweak a little bit more the gun just for that pellet. But as is, so testing, it wasn't the best group, the Hades. So one thing that I want to talk is about, remember the LDC that I did, these 2 guys here. Let me talk about this. when I was doing the group for the first time, I was using the version 2, the one that I did with the baffle from the Trail MP. I will tell you, don't use this. The groups swell all over the place. So they even at 10 yards. So I did this video. I regret doing this because this is, it quiets the gun, but the accuracy suffers completely. I don't know what's happening with this. Pellets flying all over the place, right, left, terrible. So this, I will remove the cover. Probably I will put this on my Sumo moderator. I will take the insert because I can use that pad, but this baffle to the garbage. It will throw, so not good. Now, what about this? Amazing. This guy, no chiffon point of impact. It quiet, and it also maintains the point of impact. I don't know if this inside is clipping the pellet somehow, I don't know, but I'm not happy with this, super happy with this one. But again, as I said, if you want, you should just buy one of the moderators that we have from Donny FL. Okay, let's talk now about the price of the pellet, because not everything that we should have the same price, and it depends on what you want to do. Maybe you will expend more money. So let's start with the cheap of all of them at the Crossman Premier Hollow Point. So I did a little bit of the math. I did the math because not all these pellets come in the same quantity. So the price I will give you is for 200 pellets. Because for example, Crossman Premier Hollow Point come in a tin of the 500 pellet. The Hades that I bought also come in a tin of 500 pellet. But for 200 pellets of Crossman Premier Hollow Point, you will pay $4, only $4. I think that's amazing. If the pellet is not super accurate, it's not, but it's kind of average on everything, and I think it would be do well if you want to hunt like 50 yards. It would do well, and also you will only spend $4. The Magnum at the second one on the cheap scale, but now they come in $8, 200 pellets. Amazingly, Hades at the third less expensive one, and it's only $9 per 200 pellets. It's not bad. So I think if I can tune the gun a little bit or pay more attention for the Hades, I can get more out of them. But they came $9 per 200 pellets. The Baracuda Hunter is a close. They came $10 for 200 pellets. So that means this, except with the Crossman Premier Hollow Point, there is not actually a big difference between Magnum Hades and the Baracuda Hunter. So they are around $10 per 200 pellets. So it's not a bad choice. But the Nielsen slugs are the one that 200 Nielsen slug is $30. But again, it's a completely different league. I just wanted to put it in the mix just to compare, because not all the guns shoot the slugs well, and I know my gun wasn't shooting the slugs well, but I have to say that I increased the power. Now the gun is not stock, so I did modify. I increased the transfer opening in the barrel to 316, and I also increase the tension on the hammer spring, increase also the regulator, and I'm getting speed in the Crossman Premier Hollow Point in around 1,000 feet per second, as you can see. Well, I think with this we conclude the test. I would say all of these hunting pellets did well. I see myself using any of these in any given situation. I would not say throw anything, but definitely the match in this mashup, I would say the Baracuda Hunter, they won. At least that's the pellet for this gun. So in the future, if I get another 22, maybe we can repeat this with a different gun, because as I say, this mashup is not pellet versus pellet, is what this gun can do with this pellet. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I want to thank you everyone that subscribed to this channel. We are getting close to the 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I don't do this for money. So there is no sponsor or nothing on the channel. I'm just doing this by myself, and I really appreciate. We are getting there. I think we are less than 10 subscribers. So please, if you can help me, just subscribe to the channel if you like it. Hope I can see you on the next one. See you.